A downcast day in the Eau Claire County community today. Earlier, we learned that Sheriff Ron Cramer died by suicide. We'll bring you the details from the Eau Claire Police Department press conference in just a minute. But first, while that news is shocking and tragic and sad, that is not how family, friends, and the law enforcement community want the fallen sheriff remembered.
Our family suffered a great loss with Ron's untimely passing. The entire Eau Claire community and Ron's law enforcement family lost an instrumental leader. My family shares our grief with you. We are completely devastated by this painful tragedy and continue to mourn together. We hope you finally remember Ron's loving demeanor, sense of humor, and that you carry those memories with you. We ask at this time that you continue to keep our family and law enforcement in your prayers and provide us with the time and privacy to grieve in peace. And thank you for coming.
Well, the Eau Claire Police Chief and the acting Eau Claire County Sheriff also had touching words today about Sheriff Cramer. It was an emotional morning inside the Eau Claire County government building as details about his death were revealed. So let's go there live now where Julia Lopez is. And Julia, you were there this morning as well. Can you break down the new information?
Police Chief Matt Rokas said this morning their investigation was complete. He shared some details about what happened on September 13th.
The investigation determined Sheriff Ron Cramer died by suicide.
After more than 2 months of investigation, the case is considered closed, Eau Claire Police Chief Matt Rokas said in a press conference Wednesday. Acting Eau Claire County Sheriff Corey Shalinsky said on September 13th, Sheriff Ron Cramer arrived at work like any other morning, but that afternoon, Cramer left alone. Shalinsky said he was contacted by 911 dispatch just before 2 p.m. after 2 Eau Claire County employees had found Cramer's body along the banks of the Eau Claire River in the town of Seymour. A gun was also found.
Captain Rivestall and I responded to the scene.
They determined Sheriff Cramer had died. Shalinsky called Chief Rokas and handed the investigation to the ECPD and the medical examiner's office to collect evidence and conduct interviews.
Stress and anxiety played a major role in Sheriff Cramer's life in the weeks leading up to his death.
Rokas said after interviewing Cramer's coworkers, family, and friends, investigators learned he was under stress related to work and his health.
Suicide is hard to talk about.
We do not know the reason for his decision, but we will always know what he meant to this community and what the community meant to him.
Shalinsky said he had spoken to Cramer about his career that very morning.
I noted that he was coming to an end of a 47-year career that he loved.
In the aftermath of Cramer's death, the sheriff's office is recognizing the growing need to support its staff.
We are no longer accepting the stressors of law enforcement as part of the job. Those who serve are exposed to tragic death scenes to include suicide, homicide, motor vehicle crashes, and tragic accidents, to name a few. We can only imagine how many tragic and horrific scenes Sheriff Cramer responded to in 47 years of service.
Wednesday was also about remembering Sheriff Cramer and the impact he will continue to have on the community.
He was driven to make a positive impact each day, no matter what he was called to do.
Make sure to be mindful in every conversation and every interaction and how much of an impact, positive impact, you can have through that. That's Sheriff Cramer's main legacy to me.
Another key takeaway from the press conference this morning, the need for mental health services. Shalinsky says the sheriff's office has implemented a peer support team, a team of officers trained in mental health, as well as mandatory yearly wellness visits. He says each of these things make self-care more accessible to those officers that need them. Both Chief Rokas and Acting Sheriff Shalinsky spoke about the need to destigmatize conversations around mental health, especially within those law enforcement communities. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Julia. Now, we do have resources for officers and veterans who may be struggling with their mental health on our website.